All right, guys. Hey, we didn't quite get around to recapping those fights. We ended up getting a little bit off topic and started talking about some other things. But yeah, I think the favorites won.
Controversial, wins, but
Yeah, that Patty Pimblett win. I did have it going 2-1 to Patty. Depending on who you give that second round to, I think that determined the fight on that one. The draw on the Jan Block fight, I think that the title fight, but a draw. It was a draw. Nobody showed like more effort than the other. It didn't look like
was dominated.
no, it didn't look like Jan was a title fighter anymore. I mean, the actual title fight moved. So Yuri, I'm not sure when he's gonna fight next. But so that fight got canceled. It was supposed to be Yuri fighting. Who was he supposed to be fighting?
Didn't make weight, right?
No, I don't think he made weight.
The dude didn't make weight, so
Yeah.
fight.
So, but anyway.
He's gonna fight soon, though.
We have that, and with Patty, Patty started kind of keep feeding them some record padders, some record boosters to give him, some of those tough, higher level fights.
I think they want to win that McGregor status, if you ask me.
They're giving him that treatment. They give him that treatment, so they give him
But he has a swagger, too.
A lot of the fighters that have, like, they're going to try to boost your status, obviously.
Just like with Adesanya. Joe Rogan said that, is it Pierre? What's his dude? Which dude he lost to?
Perez.
Yeah, Perez. Joe Rogan thinks that Perez cheated on his weight.
He could have, because Perez looked huge. Yeah. I don't know if we get anybody watching this, but if you guys watch that fight, Perez looked just he looked way bigger. He looked way bigger.
He almost looked like he was on roids, but I know they test for that. But he looked cut.
Yeah, he definitely looked different compared to Izzy, because Izzy is all natural, and you can tell in his body style about how all natural he really is, that's super cool to see, because you don't really see that anymore.
You don't see Joe Rogan sticking up for a fighter.
Yeah, you don't see Joe Rogan sticking up for a fighter and saying like, "Oh yeah, this guy's all natural. He's the real deal. He's a freak. He's just a freak athlete." Like that's gonna get bad anytime soon. I think he's gonna continue to get better. And like with TY and myself, we were talking about it today. Like the strength of these UFC fighters are insane. It's nuts how strong these guys are. Like we're talking about taking punches from these guys, and I could probably take a punch from maybe one or two of them. But I feel like other than that, I think if I get clipped by one, just if he's even a featherweight guy, I feel like I'm getting clipped and caught and knocked out.
I don't even think I'm taking a box. You know how some guys, people hit him with a box, rub in the stomach. I think I'll pass.
Yeah, no. That movie, there's a movie where a guy got punched in the stomach by Ngannou, and Ngannou is the hardest puncher to ever throw a fucking punch in the world. Like, he's the hardest puncher ever. And that shit had got to hurt. I bet that guy was pissing blood for at least a week. Depending on where he got hit, but like he got hit in the stomach, but I still feel like that would cause you to piss blood forever. And just puke your fucking guts out.
He probably broke a rib just by hitting.
For sure. I'm sure he broke several ribs. The way that it connected and everything, it was just nuts. But speaking of Ngannou,
fight coming up.
Oh my God! I don't know if anybody else has heard about it. But we do have Ngannou and John Jones finally are matched up in March of next year. So that is going to be a banger, guys.
I know some of you guys might not like John Jones, but you can't disagree that he's one of the greatest fighters ever to do it.
One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of his person, he's an elite trainer. He's an elite fighter. And I think it's going to be shown against Ngannou. Ngannou's a big dude with a lot of power, but we'll see where the power goes with the speed. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
I mean, Jones has power too.
Yeah.
Jones is knocked out plenty of people. And he has ground game. He got Muay Thai or something like that.
He's a wrestler too. I mean, same thing. Cormier. They can all battle on the ground, which is awesome. I mean,
I would love to see him stand.
That standing bang match with Francis Ngannou and John Jones, if they stand and bang,
that could go down as one of the best fights in the UFC history.
I don't know. It's tough to see Jones have a chin that can withstand fucking blast, bro. Like these other heavyweights in this division, I don't understand how they can even take a hit from this big guy because
some of them
hits like a match.
Some of them have, gotten hit and gave him a fight, a run for his money, and it's like, but those dudes are big. John Jones is just tall. I mean, he's put on some weight. He's looking good.
Have you guys seen recent pictures of John Jones? He's looking really good.
Yeah,
he's looking cut, healthy. Like he's putting on a lot of weight. To bulk up to that heavyweight contention weight. So I think it's going to be a really competitive fight, man. I think it's going to be
I think it'll at least go. Are they doing a 5-round fight or?
It'll definitely be a 5-round fight.
Because the guy was the champion.
That'll be a championship bout. So that's one to look forward to, guys.
At least go 3 rounds. I'll call that.
Yeah, at least go 3. I don't even know, man. It might be a first-round knockout for me. I don't know.
Who you think's gonna knock? You think Ngannou might knock him out?
I think Ngannou's gonna get it, bro. I love John Jones. I think he's a hell of a competitor.
But he also hasn't fought for how long?
Yeah, and he did fight at heavyweight previously before. He was a dual-weight champion, light heavyweight, champion. But I think the game is just so much different, especially with Francis Ngannou in the game.
Yeah, that dude is. That's almost like Deontay Wilder when he came into boxing.
Yeah,
it was like, who's ever going to beat this guy?
Right.
Fury ends up doing it, which I still can't believe. Even though that count, when Fury got knocked down, that count was really like an 18 count. Referee, for one, he pushed Dante to the corner. Then he starts counting. He literally is the slowest counter when he gets.
That first fight was definitely controversial.
No, that was the third one.
The third, yeah, that one
they both
got
controversial. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Because they counted off as soon as Deontay hit the mat, and I know Deontay was still up, and I guess judges' calls are weird, man, because they can go either way, obviously. So like whatever the judge sees, if they think like the fighter can continue, they're gonna let it go. But if they don't think that the fighter can continue, if they see their eyes wobbling, if they don't pull back on their hands,
if they're not balanced, it's kind of right.
But
that's a sign of the brain.
Exactly. And who knows? Maybe he could have said something like "fuck," or said something to make the ref think that he wasn't all there. But I don't think that fight should have been stopped. I think that was a good boxing match, but I don't think that fight should have been stopped. But yeah, dude, Monday Night Football last night. So Patriots and Cardinals, dude. Good game, I guess.
Sad.
It's a shitty deal whenever your starting quarterback goes out for the rest of the season. So Kyler Murray goes 1 for 1, goes 1 for 1, gets that nice completion, and then we get an ACL tear. So looks like Kyler Murray is going to be out for season with an ACL tear,
and probably some of next season.
And possibly
so late in this.
Possibly some of the next season because of the MCL.
Odell.
Oh yeah.
Odell back in the Super Bowl, and he was Ace this year.
Is he still back? Is he even back right now, or is he a couple games back?
Remember, he's talking to teams like the Cowboys.
Oh, that's right.
And whatnot.
Yeah, he's talking to teams.
Sorry, we have dogs that are bad. The dogs want more attention than you guys, but we're working right now. They're just a little pain in the butt. But yeah, so Odell is certain he's team seeking right now, and Jerry Jones was interested in him, but he had something happen to where he got into some type of trouble.
Yeah, there was some kind of fallout to where he had with Dallas, to where Dallas was like ended up changing their mind or something. But
you know who they got? T.Y. Hilton.
And then they ended up getting T.Y. Hilton. Yeah,
Odell kind of helped with that too.
Yeah,
because that was one of his buddies. So.
Yeah.
But T.Y. Hilton, he was great back in the day. You know, I haven't seen much of him in the last couple. He didn't have a couple good years left in him, you know. And he's not that old.
No. I mean, both quarterbacks last night, they played all right. No passing touchdowns on either side. Colt McCoy, he threw for 246 yards coming in after Kyler Murray came out.
That's not bad coming off the bench.
No, and he had over a 50% completion percentage, which he did have one. He had one pick, but also Jones, Mac Jones for the Patriots. He also had an interception as well. So,
one thing I will say, sorry, buddy.
No, you're good.
Mac Jones is not the next Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to keep searching for that prime time quarterback that's going to be a franchise quarterback that's going to take them and play for years and years and years. Because Mac Jones is injury prone, gets hurt too much, and he's one game he plays good, one game he doesn't. He's too fragile.
That's definitely true. I see that as well. And his gameplay, too. His gameplay, it just doesn't seem like a franchise quarterback gameplay. It reminds me a lot of, I know that the Bears tried to build our whole team around Trubisky, and then we ended up getting rid of him in a trade. But, Trubisky's supposed to be this huge quarterback where we can build a team around it and everything. But he just doesn't have the leadership factor that can carry him onto that level to be that leader. He doesn't have the confidence. He doesn't have confidence. Doesn't have the confidence that upper level of
make sure they know I'm giving it my all. But
100%
that Super Bowl, he kind of, I don't know if he threw it or what he did in that Super Bowl, but that was not him.
But I mean, you look at most rookie quarterbacks right now, and all rookie quarterbacks are trying to make a name for themselves, right? And most rookie quarterbacks, they are like showing out, and they're trying to prove themselves as leaders and stuff.
It's like all the quarterbacks that are like 25 and younger. There's a bunch of studs right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of good young quarterbacks, except for and then you have your good backups like your Trubisky's, your
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Somebody's starting for the Ravens, not for Stafford.
And your Colt McCoy, who's going to be starting out for Kyler Murray for the rest of the season.
They went from the third string for Carolina to the first string, starting right now for the Rams because they picked him up off the waivers because he got dropped.
I'm not sure how Baker can get so many endorsement deals off of like Hulu and all the different endorsements he gets. And
the hype is so big. You got to think.
The hype was
insane, man. They signed that contract. It could be a 5-year or 10-year contract, So they're not going to cut him because
they got to keep him on for the rest of his contract. I love that, man. He did like that. So that's probably his biggest source of income right now. I would say is ad revenue. I don't think he's making much off of playing football right now. Now he might if he continues to do good. But so
he got a win for the Rams, right?
So yesterday, actually, I think didn't the Rams get upset yesterday?
No, not yesterday.
or Sunday. I think the Rams
They
were
blow a lead. Yeah, actually, I got pulled up for you.
So the Rams ended up winning. Okay, so the Rams beat the Raiders last Thursday, 17-16, just barely pulled it out.
I think you had one interception.
So we did have an upset too, which is huge for us, for me, with all the stuff on the back of the wall and everything, being a Bears fan. But I mean, we're not making the playoffs this year. I've come to terms with that. I mean, we're grooming Jason Fields into a primetime quarter. Justin Fields, we're grooming him into a primetime quarterback. Hopefully, is what I think we're trying to do. But we're not making the playoffs. We lost too much on defense. Our offense is
Roquan Smith away with silly.
The Roquan Smith thing, man. I have no idea what the hell Chicago's thinking. We don't have a defense. The only player that we have on defense was Roquan Smith, and we get rid of him. And now we have zero defense. You look at the season before Roquan, and the Bears didn't give up more than 20 points. And then you look at the season after Roquan, after he's been traded,
They give up 20 points.
20 points or more every single game. It's just insane how much one player can do for one team. And they say that, there's no high-end team, but obviously,
Defense win ball games.
that defense, there's that one contributing factor that really can amp those guys up and play even harder than would if it was just a normal team. And Roquan was that guy, man. And
Look,
he's missed. He's missed.
He stepped up. Where's he at now?
I think he went to. He's in LA. He's chasing a championship, man.
Oh, LA.
I think he's at really quick. He might be with Philly, yeah. Because we got horrible trade.
And he's like leading. He's like first in like.
So he's at Ravens. Right after the Ravens for a second round draft pick and Justin Jefferson, which was a terrible trade. I mean, obviously that having another wide receiver is cool, but we already had receiving core. Justin Fields has grown into his element. If we would have just kept that defense together, I think we could have, at least done something this year. But
They
right
would
now,
let Fields get loose more in the first 5-6 seasons. That would have helped.
and we had called it. I mean, I called it, ever since we had got Justin Fields. Ever since we got Justin Fields, I said, man, we're keeping him in the pocket for too long. He's not a pocket passer. In college, he wasn't a pocket passer. He didn't do that kind of stuff, He scrambles around in the pocket, and if the openings aren't there, he's going to take off with the ball. That's what he needed to do the entire season.
Jalen Hurts thing.
Jalen Hurts.
And look at him. He's killing.
Success. He's having success doing it.
When you can be successful, and scramble around the pocket, buy yourself some more time, and also your receivers have to change their routes up, and kind of accumulate, and go with you. They kind of just find the open spot and settle, and wait for the ball. But it also, once you do that so many times, then the defense has to stay in position. And the spy, it throws the spy off. When you have a dude that's spying the quarterback, and he has to worry about, well, dang, he just threw 3 completions in the middle of the field where I was at, because I was worried about him. And then it opens up Jalen Hurts, and just gone.
Exactly. Those even 5-10-yard in and out, slants, quick slants, outs, those quick pass plays just open up the center of the field for the quarterback to just take off and run. You run 2 seam routes, after a couple of downs of running those short pass plays, and I guarantee you have a wide open middle.
Or you fake it slant, you give him the jab inside. You try to, take away the inside, and you hit him with the fade route.
Exactly. But yeah, where I was going with that, kind of got off a little bit topic, the Bears kind of suck. But there was one pretty big upset. So the Vikings ended up losing this week, and So that was a pretty big loss. The Vikings lost to the Lions, which the Lions, we're all kind of tied for last place. I mean, the Bears are obviously last place. We haven't really won too many games this year, but Detroit went ahead and upset the Vikings. So hopefully that kills their momentum a little bit and helps them to lose a few more games. We really need it. I mean, it's not going to help the Bears. I don't think it's going to help their chances of going to anywhere. I don't think we'll even be in the wild card race. There's absolutely no way, unless Aaron Rodgers loses out, or if both Aaron Rodgers and Detroit lose out, which I don't think it's going to happen. And then plus, either way, both of those teams have beat us. So regardless of what they do, it's not going to matter. Chicago, I think we're just going to stick in this rebuild year and hopefully come back next year strong. Nothing much we can do now, but sit back and wait for next year. But yeah. So this week has been kind of slow for us. Cold weather, not too great. Just cold, rainy. I haven't been able to get out too much. And then we looking at the news and looking at topics and everything today. Find out Mississippi head coach or Mississippi State head coach had passed away last night due to a heart attack. R.I.P. R.I.P. Condolences to his family. Condolences to his family. The whole Mississippi squad. The whole Mississippi State squad. He had accomplishments. Mike Leach was his name. Yeah. Mike Leach. Yeah, Mike Leach was his name.
But he was a well-known guy. Like, he'd been all over.
Yeah.
He was popular.
And the school, I'm sure they'll do something for him. It's gonna be different, I'm sure, for their football team coming back. We'll see what they do with new leadership. So it's hard to come back with stuff like that, especially after Soviet, the Virginia Tech incident. All that shit happened. Or Virginia, the University of Virginia stuff, all that. And Virginia Tech, years ago with old, I say it, but with the whole big situation back then.
What did he do? I forgot. That's my big brother, right? Little brother.
So,
hey, you have everything in the world. Your brother is literally in the NFL, and you do silly stuff, and you have the talent.
Yeah.
And you do. I don't understand the mindset.
And then it's crazy the death surrounding college football this year, and we just want to wish the best for the rest of the season. Hope the rest of the season goes smooth. We didn't want to do a super long podcast tonight. We kind of want to just check in with you guys.
Let you know we're still here. We're going to be making these videos.
We're still here. We're still going to be making videos. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're looking to get some more guests on here. Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be just normal podcasts. If we have Saturdays, when we have our big UFC events, we're going to call it quits tonight. I think we're going to end the stream a little early.
We do have a couple stats. About that. So last night, just people who didn't see the game, Mac Jones threw for 20. He went 24 for 35 with 245 yards and had an interception, no touchdowns. Which that's why I say he's not a franchise quarterback. He does that a lot. He's barely. I don't even think he has double-digit touchdowns yet this year.
No.
And then the running back, he had 8 carries for 70 yards, 1 TD, which was pretty good.
Yeah, strong, good. And then Harris also had a touchdown.
Yeah.
He had 8 carries as well.
I think he's more the power back. Huh?
Yeah, he's going to get you your third down yard.
Then you had Murray. For the Cards, you had Murray. Obviously, he had the one reception, 1 for 9 yards, which sucks, man. It's not like Murray. So,
yeah, he's a good quarterback. Good quarterback. Sad to see him go down, especially for the remainder of the season with the Cardinals doing decent.
and then Colt McCoy went 27-40, which coming off sitting on the bench for, what are we in, week week 13 or 14?
We're deep. We're deep in the season already.
You haven't got to really play it down, because the Cardinals are still.
Yeah, that's week 14. Week 14, he hasn't played it down, and he's still putting up, that many yards.
246 yards. Yeah, he threw an interception, but we can't be mad at that, And you're playing the Pats, yeah. Blue. To be honest, I keep saying that because I've always kind of been against the Pats. Tom Brady, everybody always Tom Brady this. So it's good to see Tom Brady this year. Kind of falling off. About time for him to retire, and then you had Connor, one of the receivers, which I'm surprised Hopkins isn't, getting his meat. He's not getting targeted like he should. He's a playmaker, and they're not using him like they should. Oh, I know. Well, so Connor he had 15 carries for 85 yards and a TD. And then you had Matt Prater.
Yeah,
2 for 3 on field goal.
Yeah, he's the one that scored most of the points for them on that spot there. But
do you know how far the field goal was that he missed?
Down his furthest made was like a 33-yarder or something. So his missed one was short. So yeah, that's rough if you're an NFL kicker and you can't kick further than 30 yards. That's pretty rough. So.
He could have. That was 33 yards was his furthest made, but it didn't say attempted.
Yeah.
Because it could have been a 55 already attempted.
Yeah, it could have been. I didn't think about that.
It's still a miss when you're an NFL kicker. You never know. Like they'll replace you quickly.
Oh yeah,
unless you're a big time name, but who would suck up, guys like that, who've been in the league and a clutch. You never know. You might have a job this week, and next week they might say you're on the bench,
or you might not even have a job. You might not even have a job. Save a paycheck. But we appreciate the couple of people coming in and joining us. I appreciate the like. Come on in more often and join us. We're going to keep on posting these, Tuesday, Thursday, like I had mentioned, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for these. And then we're going to start getting into this music and some more video production stuff. Any type of sponsorship that wants to get behind us, we're open and willing to negotiate for something.
Help advertise your brand on here,
anything, man. Yeah, anything. Just, feel free to contact either our Instagram page or our Facebook page, or you can reach out to us here on YouTube. So I guess until next time, man, until Thursday, we'll see you guys later. Fletch out, TY out, man. We'll see you guys.